On May 1, 1971, Amtrak became Wisconsin's intercity rail passenger carrier. Join us as we preview its trains during their formative years in early Amtrak across Wisconsin. The Burlington Northern once ran over 200 passenger route miles in Wisconsin. Its Chicago to Twin Cities line hugged the east shore of the Mississippi River from East Dubuque, Illinois, to St. Croix, Minnesota. This line was home to the famous Twin Cities Zephyrs, Empire Builders, and North Coast Limiteds. On May 1, 1971, Amtrak eliminated all passenger service on BN's river route and moved the Empire Builder to the Milwaukee Road. Let's start with a look at these trains just prior to Amtrak. In March of 1970, the combined Empire Builder North Coast Limited passes through Hinsdale, Illinois on the BN. In August, we catch an E8 leading the combined Chicago-bound train through Grand Crossing near La Crosse, Wisconsin. The manual interlocking protected a crossing of the BN, Milwaukee Road, and Chicago and Northwestern. BN number 7, the Morning Zephyr, approaches the interlocking en route to the Twin Cities. The westbound Empire Builder North Coast Limited rolls along the Mississippi just north of Stoddard with 4 E's coupled elephant style. Amtrak initiated its May 1st passenger service in Wisconsin with Chicago to Milwaukee corridor trains and the Chicago to Seattle Empire Builder. By November, Amtrak was ready for some new Wisconsin trains. Added were a daily Hiawatha on the Chicago to Twin Cities route, a tri-weekly North Coast Hiawatha from Chicago to Seattle via the old North Coast Limited Southern Montana route, and 2 daily St. Louis to Milwaukee trains. Let's look at some of these new trains. On November 14, 1971, we see the first run of Amtrak's new Minneapolis-bound Hiawatha number 9. The heavyweight GM and Doe parlor car Bloomington trails this 5-engine 5-car train. South of Milwaukee at Oakwood Road, we catch the first run of number 323, the Abraham Lincoln from St. Louis. Soon the first run of the southbound Abe number 326 passes. The new Amtrak Milwaukee to St. Louis runs were notable in that they were the first complete trains to run through Chicago. Seattle-bound Empire Builder number 7 crosses Swan Boulevard Bridge in Wauwatosa. It's been rescheduled to late afternoon to accommodate the introduction of the new Hiawatha trains. In July 1972, a Milwaukee tradition ends as the Cannonball makes its last run with a rare 3-car consist, loaded with commuters, curiosity seekers, and rail fans. Let's look more closely at Amtrak's Wisconsin area service. We will start near St. Cloud, Minnesota, west of the Twin Cities, and make stops in Minneapolis, St. Croix, Wauwatosa, La Crosse, Tunnel City, Oconomowoc, Lakeside, Pewaukee, Duplainville, Brookfield, Elm Grove, Wauwatosa, Milwaukee, and Oak Creek. While waiting for the North Coast Hiawatha, a westbound BN freight passes on the old Northern Pacific Main near St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's August 1973. Soon, Coast Number 10 speeds toward Minneapolis with two new Amtrak SDP-40Fs. GP9M number 1355 leads this eastbound freight over the Great Northern's former main line east of Wayzata, Minnesota. Hiawatha number 9 crosses the Stone Arch Bridge at Minneapolis and will soon be pulling into the station. The 2,300-foot span was built in 1884 by GN founder and Empire builder James J. Hill. Amtrak number 10 crosses as it starts the last leg of its journey from Seattle to Chicago. The tracks were removed in 1982, and the bridge was converted to a hiking and biking trail. The IDS building dominates the 1973 Minneapolis skyline as number 10 crosses the bridge. It's November 1973, and number 10 is south of St. Paul at Dunn Interlocking. Dunn controlled entry to the southern leads of the Milwaukee Road's Pig's Eye Yard. Soon after, a Milwaukee eastbound freight ambles by. We're at St. Croix Tower, south of St. Paul, in August 1973. A BN F-45 moves its freight on joint Milwaukee BN track and enters BN rails for its trip downriver. The conductor snares his orders. Moments later, another BN freight passes, this one led by a U-33C. St. Croix Tower protected a junction of the BN and Milwaukee Road. The late afternoon sun catches this southbound freight, led by an SD-45. Coast number 9 comes off the Milwaukee Main and curves to follow BN's more favorable grade to St. Paul. The engineer and conductor grab orders. Another freight passes, led by a BN SD-40-2. Three Milwaukee units race by St. Croix Tower on an eastbound freight. They will soon be crossing the single-track Mississippi River Bridge at Hastings. The tower was closed in 1984. The bay window caboose was classic Milwaukee Road. In July 1973, near Wauwatosa, Minnesota, a Milwaukee Road Alco switcher and caboose roll southbound along the Mississippi. Soon, coast number 9 passes with some Amtrak paint evident. The former Denver Zephyr Dome observation car, Silver Chateau, trails. The Empire Builder races downriver toward La Crosse. The former GN Great Domes and a slumber coach were almost always in the consist. Milwaukee GPs work hard as they lead a freight up the Milwaukee Road's River Division. Trempealeau Mountain, Wisconsin looms in the background. In October 1973, another Milwaukee freight passes, this time on the wrong main, to clear a following Amtrak number 9. Coastbound Hiawatha number 9 quickly appears. In August 1971, builder number 31 crosses the Mississippi Swing Bridge before barge traffic can delay it. The track speed was 25 miles per hour. With number 31 in the clear, the bridge opens for a waiting tow. The swing span crosses the channel just west of La Crosse. Bridge tenders were on duty 24/7 and also ran a nearby drawbridge over the Black River. The tow is clear and the swing span closes. This bridge was one of only 3 short sections of single track on the Milwaukee's Chicago to Twin Cities line. The busy Twin Cities main line was severed for 20 minutes or more once the decision was made to open the draw. The single track was CTC and controlled by the La Crosse dispatcher. Builder number 7 passes Grand Crossing. The tower was closed in 1991 and now resides in La Crosse's Copeland Park. Golfers ignore an eastbound BN freight as it passes the La Crosse Country Club in August 1971. The Burlington's modern La Crosse Depot was built in 1940 on the far east side of La Crosse to bypass blocks of slow street running. It was abandoned after Amtrak routed the builder off the BN and over to the Milwaukee's tracks. South of La Crosse, we catch a fast BN freight heading westbound. A BN streamlined business car rides along ahead of the caboose. Builder number 31 emerges from the west portal of Tunnel 1 at Tunnel City. This was another short stretch of CTC single track on the Milwaukee's double track Twin Cities main line. In July 1972, we see builder number 8 west of Oconomowoc at Rockvale Road. Number 10 approaches Lakeside. It's 2 days out of Seattle. At Lakeside, we catch this eastbound Milwaukee freight with a GP40 leading. Hiawatha number 9 passes the Lakeside Hotbox detector and County Road KE. In April 1972, the Hiawatha passes us just west of Pewaukee with the Milwaukee Road E9A in charge. Number 10, the North Coast Hiawatha soon appears, racing a car along Highway J. On another day, number 9 leaves the Pewaukee Lakeshore and heads toward Heartland. It's February 1972, and the Twin Cities number 10 rolls along the north shore of a frozen Pewaukee Lake. Closely following is a late Empire builder number 8. A Great Northern Mountain Series round-end observation car is conveniently located 2 cars from the rear. Number 9 passes milepost 104 east of Pewaukee. This area is now lost in Milwaukee's urban sprawl. On another day, Coast number 9 is trailing the Silver Veranda, a Denver Zephyr dome observation car. A Burlington E8A leads builder number 8 past milepost 104. In April 1972, number 10 passes the home signal at Duplainville on its trip to Chicago. Soon, the North Coast Hiawatha rolls past the tower. Although Seattle-bound, it will take the old NP's southern route through Billings and Bozeman. A Sioux Line freight crosses once number 9 has cleared the interlocking. In July 1972, Empire Builder number 7 passes Barker Road in Brookfield. Hiawatha number 10 soon passes. The Great Northern's only RDC hitches a ride east on the tail. The North Coast Hiawatha plows through Brookfield in the winter of '72. Number 9 races by the 1867-built Brookfield Depot. The Cannonball was the evening Milwaukee to Watertown commuter train. In July 1972, we catch it making a brief stop at the Brookfield Depot. This was still a Milwaukee road train and would be discontinued by the month's end. The depot stands between the eastbound and westbound mains. On New Year's Day, 1972, the North Coast Hiawatha passes by Elm Grove Village Park with former California Zephyr Dome observation Silver Lookout. On a February day, we again catch coast number 9. In March 1972, the Hiawatha approaches on the Milwaukee's divided double track, a GN Mountain Series lounge observation car trails. The Coast Hiawatha passes with Milwaukee Road E9A number 32A on a May day. In October of '72, we catch the Coast number 9 sporting some first attempts at Amtrak paint. Soon, the Empire Builder coasts downhill into Elm Grove. Amtrak's presence shows on the North Coast Hiawatha in November 1973. Later, Empire Builder number 8 nears Elm Grove. The builders stopped only once between Minneapolis and Milwaukee, at La Crosse. Local traffic was accommodated by the new Hiawathas. On a typically cold Milwaukee December day in 1971, we catch number 10 rolling downhill toward Juneau Boulevard. Soon, coast number 9 passes the Reinders feed mill as it approaches Juneau Boulevard. The coast number 9 passes through Elm Grove with California Zephyr Silver Lookout trailing. Number 10 soon approaches from Minneapolis. The now abandoned airline freight track branches off the main line here. On a snowless Christmas Eve day in 1971, number 9 crosses Underwood Creek Bridge in Wauwatosa. A Milwaukee Road freight follows close behind. Note the loads of stacked auto frames, a typical Milwaukee Road cargo. Snow falls as Amtrak's eastbound Empire Builder drifts silently down grade along Underwood Parkway. There's no Great Dome in the consist today. In December 1971, Hiawatha number 9 passes. The former BN Denver Zephyr Dome Lounge observation car Silver Veranda trails. Later, number 10 rolls by with the Silver Chateau trailing. In 1972, North Coast Hiawatha No. 9 crosses Swan Boulevard Bridge. It's a typical January 10-degree day. Soon, Hiawatha No. 10 glides by. The late afternoon westbound builder approaches with an XNP unit leading. In light rain, No. 9 crosses the Swan Boulevard Bridge. A GM&O heavyweight parlor car is in tow. Builder No. 7 crosses Swan Boulevard Bridge. We catch the Hiawatha at Hoyt Park in November 1971. Closely following is a westbound Milwaukee patrol pulled by GP9 No. 314. Soon, a Milwaukee E9A brings up the North Coast Hiawatha No. 10 and a California Zephyr observation car. Chicago-bound No. 10 speeds past. At Hoyt Park, builder No. 8 coasts silently toward Wauwatosa in December 1971. Soon, Hiawatha No. 9 passes. A snow-encrusted No. 10 then glides by with an ex-Burlington Denver Zephyr Dome Lounge observation car. In February 1972, Coast No. 9 passes Hoyt Park with Milwaukee E9A No. 30C in charge. Burlington E8A leads the Empire Builder by Hoyt Park. Builder number 7 on another February day. The Great Domes were often missing due to mechanical problems. The one and only westbound Cannonball leaves Milwaukee with a load of commuters. Three F units lead this eastbound Milwaukee road freight by the Milwaukee County Institution switch in March 1972. Winds whip snow across the tracks as coast number 9 appears. The California Zephyr's Silver Solarium trails. A late eastbound builder then rounds the curve at Hoyt Park. Later, builder number 7 appears. On another day, builder number 7's safety valve blows. In 1972, we catch number 7 during a March snowfall. In late May, Seattle-bound number 7 rolls past Hoyt Park with a Burlington E8A. A Milwaukee FP7A leads the commuter Cannonball in July 1972. In late September, builder number 7 passes Hoyt Park. Number 7 passes Hoyt Park in the fall of 1973. It's Thanksgiving Day 1971, and Hiawatha Number 9 approaches Harwood Avenue in Wauwatosa. A Milwaukee Freight Extra follows in the wake of Number 9. Soon, Hiawatha Number 10 passes the Wauwatosa station. By 1971, only the Cannonball stopped here. Builder Number 7 approaches the village in April 1972. We're at the congested cut-off interlocking entry to the Milwaukee Road's Muskego Yards. A patrol heads into the yards while 2 E units wait to cross and run to the downtown passenger station. The 2 E's pull out of the diesel house and head to the downtown station. Once the traffic clears, switch crews continue their work. Milwaukee's 27th Street Viaduct crosses in the background. A Fairbanks-Morse road switcher passes Milwaukee's diesel servicing area and the 35th Street Viaduct. In May 1972, the Abraham Lincoln exits the Menominee River Bridge and will soon enter the Milwaukee station. The train originated in St. Louis and ran through Chicago. Soon, a venerable GM&O E7 leads the Abe Lincoln out of the Milwaukee station. Trip time to St. Louis is 7+ hours. Amtrak's eastbound Abe crosses the 6th Street overpass in July 1973. Domes would be a hallmark of the St. Louis trains. Builder number 7 soon passes westbound. At Pute's Road in Oak Creek, we catch a westbound Milwaukee freight. It's February 1972. Hiawatha number 10 passes with an ex-Burlington Denver Zephyr dome observation car. Abe Lincoln number 323 rolls north with GM&O power, and the Kansas City Zephyr's Silver Tower Lounge observation trailing. Later, the southbound Abe passes with the lounge Silver Terrace. In December 1971, a section car takes advantage of an open track at Oakwood Road. Soon, builder number 8 hurries to Chicago. The Milwaukee-bound Abe Lincoln arrives with a GM&O E7A. It traveled GM&O rails from St. Louis to Chicago. Number 326, the southbound Abe, passes Oakwood. In June 1972, we again catch the number 326. Milwaukee to St. Louis service was short-lived and disappeared in 1973. Builder number 7 arrives at Oakwood. We'll end this program with some views of early Amtrak in the Chicago metro area. All the trains were filmed in August of 1971. We catch number 1, the city of New Orleans, north of Kankakee, on the Illinois Central. It consists of all matched cars contrasted with the rainbow trains running through Milwaukee. Number 10, the Shawnee, soon follows. This train operated from Carbondale to Chicago. Number 90, the Florida-bound South Wind, approaches. In a few miles, it will diverge to deteriorating PC rails through Indiana. Number 18, the Super Chief El Capitan flies through Mazan, Illinois. We catch a Burlington Northern westbound freight at Sandwich, Illinois. Soon, the first section of the combined Denver Zephyr-California Zephyr arrives. A Southern Pacific three-quarter-length dome rides along. The second section follows. Number 3, the Abraham Lincoln passes through Lockport, Illinois on the GM&O. A GP7 pulls the 1972 Schlitz Circus train across Burleigh Street in Wauwatosa. It will soon pass through Chicago and Northwestern's Butler Yards and then continue on to the Circus World Museum in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Southern number 4501-282 pulls the 1973 circus train through Waterloo, Wisconsin. Here the train approaches County Road KE west of Milwaukee. These scenes were shot from the North Coast Hiawatha as it rolled west through Montana in January of 1972. The photographer was riding on the ex-California Zephyr Silver Lookout. This southern Montana route was originally served by Northern Pacific's North Coast Limited. Although originally left off of Amtrak's core routes, political pressure soon forced its return. The yellow upper quadrant semaphores were typical of the Northern Pacific's transcontinental line. This track later became part of the Montana Rail Link. The station almost obscured by swirling snow is Bozeman, Montana. Nearly 100 years of rail passenger service through southern Montana finally ended for good in 1979, when Amtrak discontinued the North Coast Hiawatha. We would like to thank our photographer Joseph Hunter for capturing this important period in America's railroading history.